Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Stacey and I shall be discussing Tyler Perry's The Oval, Season 2, Episode 18. I think by far the best episode of this season, but it is Tyler Perry.
Bar is low.
True, I'll give you that, but this kicked it up. I know I've been shitting on the last few episodes, but I want to say this is starting to go somewhere now. And if you track our power reviews, I'm gonna say it. This episode has been better than every single episode of Book 3, Raising Canaan. Yes.
The first episode was okay.
All right. Better episodes than 2 through 5. How about that? All right. All right, because this was not predictable. There's some things I was like, oh shit, like this is what we're doing. Like that's why I said that. And then I'm like, let's see what's happening next week. Like I actually waited to see the preview because I'm interested to see where this bullshit is going. All right. Also, I want to give another shout out to this show that say Tyler Perry, once again, he laid the groundwork for a political drama that rivals Scandal in its day. The plot lines in this is something that could have been amazing on Scandal because Shonda Rhimes and her crew are much better writers than Tyler Perry. But Tyler Perry got some good ideas, much better than the whole Olivia Fitz shit, considering how that turned out after 8+ seasons of that damn show. And they didn't even go to Vermont. So I'm like, why the fuck was I watching this thing for so long? But I digress. Anyway, so let's start with Barry. So we got Barry topless on his mama's kitchen table to Nancy's surprise. The reason that Stacey and I did this is because you must have watched Ruthless to fully appreciate what you were seeing in this scene. All right. So take you back to Ruthless Season 1, Episode 2. When Brian comes home and finds his crackhead wife, Lynn, dressed in their bed, covered in flowers and drug dust, passed out because Daikon and crew drove her there. And she is in purple light for some reason.
Yes, the purple light. Yeah.
So when I watched Barry, who's topless, I thought he was naked. Because you know how Tyler Perry, right? I was like, Tyler Perry never passes up an opportunity to strip a man down, but he's topless. So it's 50% still Tyler Perry in that sense. But the man's topless in a purple light. And I was like, why the fuck does Tyler Perry keep on bringing up these purple lights? Why is the Raku always wearing purple? Then I said,
They're royal.
They're Prince fans. I said, Tyler Perry must be a Prince fan. And be damned, when I looked up his ex-girlfriend / baby mama, you know what they met? At a Prince concert. I was like, God, Tyler motherfucking Perry. That's why
he was in love with Prince at some point.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, he loved naked men in purple. And then I said, he must be a Prince fan. And be damned, he met his beard at a fucking Prince concert. I was like, gotcha, Tyler. I see you. I see you, bro. I see what you're doing with this show. Is Barry dead? What you think?
Yeah. I'll go through all that just to bring a dead body back.
So what is all that Stacey points out? So we're supposed to be believing that DEF CON loaded up the car.
DEF CON?
No, I'm sorry. We'll talk about that child molester on Sunday. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. What is his name? Daikon. My fault. So Daikon and crew put Barry and where's his daughter in the van, then drove Richard, Dale, and Sharon off the road in almost a Tommy Egan Power Book 2 situation tries to kill someone and makes no effort to verify said death, just keeps on driving because they had to hurry up, I guess, and get to Barry's parents' house so they could drop his drug-induced body, I'm assuming, on the kitchen table and pose him.
Well, they had to wait till, what's his name, call Nancy for her to leave to go to the hospital and then put the body.
And I'm sure the neighbor saw the whole fucking thing. And somehow
she see everything.
So somehow she didn't call the cops. She ain't talking to them like, who are you? Why are you going to Nancy's house? Why is Barry topless? What's all those flowers doing there? That should have been a whole scene by itself with Daikon and crew going in there, knocking her the fuck out.
They're like, shut up.
Right. Thank you. That should have been
her laid out in the yard,
covered in flowers, looking for her lawnmower, just to be like I was like, why? You missed an opportunity, Tyler Perry, because that would have been classic.
Yeah.
That would have been absolute classic. Anyway, I do believe the actor who plays Barry is on another show, so he could be headed out at this point. Just like Gail, who's like, I could do better in my career. Thank you, Tyler, but I'm out. Anyway, so now we got Sharon. So after the car accidents, okay, I had to say it, dude. It was absolutely obvious that those were stunt people getting out that car. Absolutely. They made sure that you saw none of their faces. The voiceover of Richard talking clearly sounded like he was like, please get Sharon out of the car, Dale. We must call the ambulance. I was like,
I have to go back and watch it. I didn't pay attention.
Fake as fuck. Now, as soon as they got away from the car, right, that's when you saw their faces, and you could see it. You could see it, right? And when the actors were safe and they could just carry Sharon to the next point, I was like, but getting out that car, because that was a legit fire. I thought that shit was gonna be CGI with Tyler Perry.
Right, he actually spent the extra money for the fire and explosion. I was impressed.
For Tyler Perry, that's something. Right, and so he actually hired some stunt people. He's like, I'm gonna have to cut into this budget, so here's some stunt people. All right, but don't stay too long. You can't have your line. Just hurry up. And they look like if you look at the Richard, he was much bigger than Richard. Like I was like, you'll see. Y'all go back and watch. You'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, Sharon is knocked out. They rush her to the hospital. Now all of a sudden it's, can anyone fill out her paperwork? We need someone to fill out paperwork. Richard, who's housed and fed this woman.
He don't know nothing about her. He probably come home and be like, hey, Sharon, bye, Sharon.
Nancy, who he said called Nancy, didn't know shit about her either. What kind of insurance does she have? I don't know.
Well, didn't she just start working there?
No, I said Nancy. I said, I'm saying, you're right. What was her job before? No, she was working there for a little bit. Anyways, thank you for that segue. So then remember, Sharon jumped off Barry, who had no job and therefore could not provide health care for his soon-to-be baby. Now she fucking Kareem again, her ex-boyfriend, who also, as her boss, cannot give her health care. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't offer health care. He works at a pharmacy.
He probably give her cheap prescriptions.
I'm like, your whole business is at least 50% funded by healthcare plans. How do you not even provide healthcare to your girlfriend now / baby mama? Well, not baby mama, girlfriend, who's pregnant with another man's baby.
Allegedly. I'm sure we'll find out when they ask for his birthday. They were like,
Wait.
You were much farther along than that.
Hold up. During surgery to save Sharon and the baby, they need blood. Kareem is there to help save the baby. And he goes, oh shit, wait, your blood is a perfect match. How is that possible? Because that's his baby. I love how Kareem shows up. He's been Sharon's boyfriend for a couple of days, and he's already kicking Nancy out to be like, this is my situation.
I am the boyfriend. Nancy was like, what?
but you don't even give your woman health care? Like, as a boyfriend nor job provider, you cannot provide this woman health care. Ladies, Sharon is an example of who you don't want to be. Like, if you can't take care of yourself, at least, please get a man that can help provide some type of health care at some point. I mean, at least you move to a man that has his own place. I mean, that is progress. But I'm like, she don't make good decisions. Let's just get that out there. Sad. Man, it was a horrible scene just all the way around. Dale seeing this woman passed out, was like, my head hurt. My head.
Why was he not getting inspected? Because he didn't have a concussion or anything.
He clearly has something. Because Richard's like, we have to take care of Sharon, who's unconscious. My head. I was like, this is, maybe he ain't got no health care either. Remember, he's sleeping in his truck. So who's gonna pay for that bill? So maybe he's like, I'll just wrap my own self up. I'll be all right. At least Nancy asked the logical question, and so again, I'm impressed with Tyler Perry. Like, why didn't y'all call the cops? Shh, don't worry about that.
Your husband told me not to.
Who?
Your husband, who specifically said, don't mention my name, but I am now mentioning to you that your husband was there.
Well, when he comes home walking because his truck just got totaled, I think that's going to be a sign that maybe he wasn't at work all day. So, like, I don't know what he thought he was going to do with that. Like, how are you going to say, and then then details, Nancy shows up and she's like, what's going on with Sharon? And they're like, well, they haven't given us an update. Well, who the fuck is us? Because I only see you standing here, Dale. Well, your husband who just ran off and never came back. And then obviously she's like, well, is he okay? Is he in there? Like, she didn't give a fuck about Sharon. Now she all worried about Richard, who's trying to leave her.
Yeah, but it's still her husband. She had to make sure he eat and stays alive.
Because somebody got to work to pay for the bills, because Nancy ain't got no job either.
Exactly.
Like, this ain't a good look. You see what happens to Sharon when she ain't got no job? She ain't got no health care. Nancy ain't got no job. She don't have any health care. Without Richard. So I'm like, you gotta kind of keep this shit together, ladies. You know what I'm saying? You got to ask these questions. Anyway, we'll see what happens with Sharon. Let's get into the buddy cop drama of Mad Max and Bobby Bottom. Yeah. So so they are with Blakely still. So Blakely comes in and explains to Max and Bobby the situation, what's going on with the situation. Bobby has a picture of a Ben Davenport. Who the fuck is he, and why should we care? Besides a former CIA operative.
I have no idea.
Like, what?
Like, is that the guy that Priscilla was talking to? But I was like, no, he's much younger.
And his name is General Martin. Like, that's not him. Which, by the way, I had to watch this show with subtitles just to get this man's first name. Okay, it wasn't until at the end when Priscilla got done talking to him that she goes, "Thank you, General. You might want to introduce your new characters like Tyler Perry up front so we know who the hell we're dealing with." So speaking of confusion of identity, like Blakely and them were talking about this Ben, like Ben character, right? And then she immediately says he was talking to Sam's wife. And I'm like, who is he? He knows, she told him about, Gene being murdered at the White House and them trying to cover it up. And I'm like, who is he? And I'm like, what? Isn't that supposed to be General Martin? So why haven't they said, why didn't Max say, what's going on with General Martin? Did you contact General Martin? So now the dialogue can switch to a new subject and not Ben. Then I thought that maybe Ben, as former CIA, was pretending to be General Martin, but I'm like, Priscilla knows who this man looks like. And that looked like a light-skinned man on that phone, and General Martin is white. He looked white to me anyway. So I don't know. Anyway, I was confused. Anyway, then we find out that Bobby was a undercover CIA agent in Moscow.
Like your big black ass was not in Russia.
Dude. What's up with the racism? What's up with the racism?
Well, I chuckled when Bobby Bottoms got his big ass in that little twin bed.
That was real. That was real, wasn't it? Oh, you know what? Check. I went to Moscow years ago, and I always see Moscow on TV. It's cold and winter and big hats and shit. And I went in the summer, and I was like, "This is hot as fuck, dude." I was like, "I got a suit on. I'm walking to the embassy. I'm like, God damn!" I was like, "It's so hot." I was like, "This ain't supposed to be how Russia's supposed to be." But my point is, the racism in this scene made more sense than all the racism that Symphony was trying to feed Kanan about the architecture of New York City. Damn it, Tyler Perry, why are you so good sometimes? Anyway, I guess Blakely's gonna look into verifying Bobby's CIA time. I guess that's gonna mean something at some point. Also, Blakely wants to get some drinks with Max, so I guess she might get that Mad Max dick. So which dog is about to holler? Can we get back to that analogy? Thank you all you who commented. You tried to explain that you also are from the South and knew what that shit meant, but we still don't know the context, right? We all agree the context made no damn sense last week's episode.
None.
Zero. All right, so let's get into Priscilla talking to new character General Martin.
She was dead.
What's up?
I thought she was dead. Because you remember he asked that specific question? Who else knows about this?
Dude, every writer of any show, anytime a character says, "I'm the only one that knows something," said character is going in the ground. Like that, like, why you care? Why are you asking so hard? I mean, General Martin was generally like, "I need to know, did you talk to Sam?" No, I know, because I'm hard-headed and I don't give a fuck what Sam do. You know what I'm saying? I just want to keep this. So let's talk about Priscilla's ignorance. You know, I mean, dare I say that? So Diane, who she's made no effort to verify the life status or location of her friend, gave her a stack of information that she's made no effort to verify what's in this stack of information. Diane told her, "If I don't come back, give it to your husband. Give it to Sam." Priscilla said, "Fuck all that. I'm calling General Martin because I want General Martin to know that Sam is cheating on me." All right. She proceeds to tell General Martin about Jean being murdered, which is what she cared about, and I understand. But she hands him this unidentified, unverified pack of information as if this is going to validate Jean's murder and cover up. But it's not. That packet of information, if you go back to the season finale of season 1 for the Oval, that packet of information verifies that Denise, Hunter's lover, right, and Ruth's twin sister, her panties were analyzed. Diane got her panties analyzed, and she could prove that Denise slept with an unidentified white man, which is basically Hunter. So that evidence, once the DNA is tested to Hunter, will prove that the president was involved with the woman that ended up being murdered and whose murder was blamed on 2 Secret Service agents who did not sleep with her, Max, and Yuma. That's what that evidence very much speaks to. It has nothing to do with who was killed by who. Jason, the rapist and murderer. I forgot that he raped Jean before he killed her. So when I went to go back and watch the episode, I totally forgot that. Jason needs to be ass raped and murdered. Like that's what needs to happen to Jason before he goes. All right. Anyway, Jason also Jason killed Denise and he killed Jean. So the president is trying to cover up the fact that his son killed both of these poor women. But that evidence has nothing to do with Jean's murder or cover up. And Priscilla doesn't know that because she hasn't checked any of this shit. What do you think is going? I mean, what do you think this General Martin thing is going to be a thing?
I don't know, because Tyler Perry is good for bringing up stuff and just never giving it closure. So who knows?
So to that point, the fact that again that Diane tested the panties and oh, hold up. If you go back to the season finale, when she went to the press conference to drop the mic, she said, I have DNA evidence of a dead woman sleeping with an unknown man. And if something happens to me, I'm a healthy woman. See me, press. If something happens to me, investigate that asshole right there talking about Donald, the chief of staff. She said that. No one's investigating anything because Priscilla has done no effort to verify or to publicize that said Diane, former press secretary of the White House, is missing and very much likely dead. Which should lead back to Donald, as was foreshadowed by Tyler Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Tyler Perry. So he totally forgot about that shit. And now everything's about Jean's murder cover-up, basically.
Which we still don't know who killed her.
So to that point, without showing us, Tyler Perry is basically saying Kyle did it. No, Kyle killed Jean. I mean, Jason killed Jean, raped and killed Jean.
Yeah, but the whole scene where they planted everything.
Kyle did it. Kyle did it. That they want you to believe Kyle did it. Because he's the one that's running around trying to get hold of the 911 calls. Donald is the one trying to get him to clean up this thing. So, I mean, it should have been Kyle, but when did he have time to do it? When he was fucking Dale getting beat up by Bobby Bottom and Max. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never showed that. Every other crime he's committed, including torturing, killing Diane, we saw all of that. But yeah, Tyler Perry's just like, fuck it. Just assume that Kyle has done everything evil in this show, and let's just keep it moving. But yeah, I think that's where they're going with that at this point. There's no one else. I mean, really. I mean, if they look across the staff, there's no other cast member that could have did it. You know, so it had to be Kyle. We just don't know when and how, which is terrible, considering some of the shit we had to watch.
I was about to say maybe Sam did it.
No, man, Sam was too busy humping the first lady. Well, let's get into Donald. So Donald's conversation with Lily.
Oh, yes. So we were wondering who set Bobby up to do Lily. And Donald said it was him.
All right, Tyler Perry. So Kyle was the one. So Donald came up with the idea, and like everything else, Kyle executed it. Kyle is the one that called Bobby to be like, and he had the receipts, if I may. I mean, he had the photos to be like, hey, girls, want to let you know. But you know what? That could be anything. He could have had his wife under surveillance, and she happened to take photos. He needed to have like financial records to be like, I paid him X amount of dollars before he even met you. So it's not a coincidence that he ended up fucking you in the airport. Girl, you nasty. I was like, no, you nasty because you fucking Kyle. Then his response should have been, well, Bobby's nasty too because he fucked Kyle too. I need Kyle. I need Kyle to throw that into Lily's face. I mean, I need them to bring that home for me. But anyway, what really got me about this conversation is the oddly, I think maybe realistic situation going on with Tyler Perry. That Lily was like, Donald, there's so many proud gay people out there. Just be you, Donald. Just live your life. Be who you are. And he's like, no, they won't accept me. The world stage won't accept a gay man.
Okay, question. Remember when she said there was an openly gay president before? I was like, who are they referring to?
Who the fuck is that? Yeah, I was like, I don't. Not American. I know she didn't mean American. I know she didn't mean American. No. Openly gay, not secretly, openly gay. There's no
That's
such
what I
thing.
was saying. I was like, wait, what?
What? Tyler Perry, what are you researching for this dialogue, bro? Like, you need to let us know, because I'm very confused right now. Now you could talk about a couple of mayors, you know what I'm saying? All right. We can do that. The mayor of Chicago, gay.
Oh, she's a woman. It's different for women.
Yeah, okay. I give you that too. That's true.
Yeah, no, there is in New Jersey that came out.
No. There is a European gay president. It's a man. He brought his partner to like a national dinner or some shit. Like I don't know which country it is, but I do. There's a European president who's gay. Yes, if I remember correctly. Anyway, Tyler Perry, if you're gonna go there, like identify this person so we know which country you're talking about. I mean, it will be helpful. Also, is this what your ex-girlfriend said to you after being together 13 years? And she's like, look, Tyler, you know you gay. I know you gay. Just be gay. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Before they broke up, and she gave him the baby and everything. And they met at a Prince concert.
This baby?
Huh?
Has anybody ever seen this baby?
I don't look at that. I really don't give a fuck. I can look it up. I looked when I researched her, I found pictures of them as a couple. I didn't see the kid. They said the kid don't exist either. But I saw his selfies he took at 51 to be like, I'm back on the market.
He was advertising.
He was like, men's. He's like, what's next in my future? Dick. That's what's next. That's what's next in your future. Anyway, I'm just saying this is another example. Tyler Perry trying to work his shit out through these shows. He'll come out eventually. I mean, so there you go, Tyler. We're here for you, Tyler. Just be real. Just be real. Anyway, Lily has some shit going on with Bobby next episode, so we will get to that. But I thought that was kind of interesting. Let's get it. So let's get into the hunters, shall we? So Victoria's father he don't have a name, but Victoria's father is introduced in this episode. What's up?
I was just thinking his name is Hunter, and a certain president has the same name Hunter. Never mind.
Yes. Also true. A dynasty, perhaps. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so Victoria's father is introduced. I want to give a shout out to DeMarcus, who said last week that Bill Dukes, the actor who's playing Victoria's father, would be her father. And now he's here. That is awesome. He's a great actor. He looks sick though. Well, right?
Because at first I was like, is that who I think it is? Because he looks totally different.
The last time I saw him, he was on Black Lightning on CW. He was one of the main villains for the last couple of seasons, and he was much heavier than what he looked now. I mean, so when he said his character is dying as a father, I was worried that the actor is also not long for this world. I mean, maybe the COVID got to him. I mean, maybe he got that surgery.
Okay, maybe
I think maybe because during the quarantine he was trying to diet, lose some weight, but it don't look like when Black people lose weight like on a fast rate, like we don't see that as a positive. Like we get worried. Is what I'm saying. And I'm worried about him. But you saw that I loved, and I thought about when I said the father was coming. I said, if they're going to use this character to acknowledge the obvious that Hunter has done absolutely nothing as president.
I just needed him to call him a boy.
Yeah. Before this is over, this man needs to give a Papa Pope level monologue to Hunter.
Yes.
Please. He's not that actor though. He's that quiet, serious actor, and his demeanor perfectly matches who Victoria is most of the time. Always whispering and shit. Even when she's mad, most of the time she's like, I hate you. I'm going to get you. She's always whispering and shit. But I'm saying, but she's mad. So I thought, but I would love for him to lose his shit and give some kind of boy speech to Hunter. He acknowledged his dead wife, who still has not had a funeral. He has not acknowledged the current location of his granddaughter, who's supposedly in some kind of concentration camp, like reform school, some shit. The Hogwarts School of Hoes in Double Cross. Like, where is she? That wasn't even in the conversation.
The finishing school.
Dude, look, she moved to New York. You know what I'm saying? She's going to college. She met a nice boy who happens to be a drug dealer. But she's going to work that shit out. Like, tell me something. But I'm like, they act like she didn't even exist. I'm like, damn. So they at least acknowledge the mom, the wife's death, grandma's death. I like that. They acknowledge, Hunter didn't do shit. We got to see where that goes. Like, are we going to get back to the storyline that, said father was the one orchestrating this whole thing to control the world through Hunter? Or you think we're going to get to any of that?
We better.
Yeah. That's the whole point of this show. That was the whole point of season 1.
Yes. That's
how Donald thought he and his beard Lily was going to be the next dynasty, like after the Hunters. Yep. That was the whole point. Mm-hmm. So, like, when is that going to be a thing? Victoria. So, I wanted to save First Lady Hot Breath for last. Because, bruh, if any of you watched the Have and Have Nots when it was on, you have to say that Victoria Hunter was Veronica Harrington in this episode. Like, she's done it before, but Tyler Perry truly channeled Veronica Harrington in Victoria this week. The way she ripped into Ellie and Alan. First, let's just start with how she totally emasculated Alan. At the same time, telling him to be a man. She reminded me of when Veronica took Jeffrey's gay baby daddy and brought him to David's house. You remember?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right? And he said absolutely nothing. He just sat there and watched Veronica run the whole show to be like, this is your real daddy, Dave. I mean, Jeffrey, like all that. I'm like, that's what I got out of that scene. Get your posture up. Act like a man. Now shut the hell up and let me talk. I was like, what is happening right now? It was a wild shit. Anyway, the best line of the episode to me was, Ellie, shut your mouth. Because when you open it, the only thing that comes out is dumb and dicks. I was like, that
was a read.
You can't get better than that. I mean, Tyler Perry, you did that one. I'm gonna give you 2 more points for that. That was good. Because she didn't say shit. None of them said shit. They didn't know what to say. And also, another thing, I don't remember Ellie actually sucking Hunter's dick. And I know Tyler Perry loves to get dick sucked. I mean, we know that, you know what I'm saying? But even Diane was always like, season finale, go watch the season finale. Hey, Ellie, what does the president's dick taste like? Like, everybody always like shaming this woman for sucking dick, and I don't remember her sucking nothing. Unlike Victoria, who took a mouthful of Sam. Think about that.
Well, Ella said she wasn't a whore, so.
Right? I mean, she still gave up the ass. Don't get me wrong. I mean, a few times. But I'm like, I don't remember dick sucking. I don't remember. If she did.
That's just fucking up.
There you go. Right? She kind of come up on the fuck up. So, put in the comments. I don't know why you would do that or why you would remember. But if you do remember the episode where she gave some dome, maybe that'd be, but you can't put head and thing. They might delete that. Can't put sucking dick. Anyway, put it in the comments. Let me know. I'm just saying, help me now. I can't. I'm not gonna go back watching all those episodes from season 1 just to find a dick sucking scene. It's too much. Like I ain't got time for all that. So help me out. But right now, I think Ellie's got a bad rap. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to the head. Anyway, again, once again, I think it's a bad look that Tyler Perry has Victoria, who is an abused woman, who has to fight to constantly telling Alan that he needs to beat some sense into Ellie. Like, that's cringy to me.
I was expecting Ellie to just haul off and smack her one good time.
Oh yeah. I missed that Denise Victoria fight. Like, that was good. Victoria had hands. Maybe the actress don't want to do it no more, because season 1, she put it on everybody. Hunter, fucking Denise, like, she did not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like she was ready to take off them shoes and them earrings and whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying?
It was better than Veronica and Hannah.
Yeah, that was that bullshit. Like, Tyler Perry, you need to stop doing that shit. Even that, Victoria's fights were better than the Hitman fights that we saw. Better choreographed. I mean, it looked more realistic to me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, even when she was fighting Hunter, it looked 10 times more realistic than what I saw in the have and have-nots. I mean, I don't know, man. Tyler Perry got some good days and he got a whole bunch of bad days. Let's just say that. But this one, he came up. This one, I'm gonna say he came up. It would have been nice to see Daikon at least get out the truck, and when he saw the flames, he just assumed that they were dead and drove off. Like, we've seen people do that on shows before. But he's a professional. I mean, I'm ashamed that he'd just be like, "Oh, I guess they fine. We're just gonna keep on driving. We got scheduled to get."
Was he really trying to kill them, or was he just trying to send a message like, "Leave us alone"?
And you can't accidentally run somebody off the road like that. I mean, that
wasn't it that he didn't intentionally run them off the road.
Oh, okay, all right.
But whether or not they died wasn't necessarily the intent. It was just to scare them into like leaving us alone.
It's possible. So someone in the comments also said, that maybe, again, to your point, that he was just trying to run them off. Like, they've done that before in Ruthless. And I'm like, no, they didn't. Like, when Lynn showed up, they her and put her back in the house. They try to recruit them 9 times out of 10, or intimidate. Yeah, or just intimidate them. I've never seen them literally like run somebody out of town. Like, I don't. So anyway,
well, I mean, was like tied to the White House, to whatever. So
thank you for that segue. So that goes to my other big ass plot hole between last 2 episodes and this episode. Richard is tied to the White House. You know what else is tied to the White House? The drone strike, which was very near to the fucking Raku compound, which was so powerful that it blew the entire fucking cabin to obliterate the cabin, and made random ass fires that went away, and made some kind of home improvement, stage with a whole bunch of fake wood that apparently Donald.
It didn't kill anybody, not even a dead squirrel.
And no one has verified this. With all of the radioactive suit wearing people out there, like looking for what? Like nuclear material with body parts next to it. They have not verified anyone or anything was killed by this drone strike. Kyle has not said anything. Donald is still telling Lily that her boyfriend is dead. None of these facts have been confirmed at all. And why hasn't the Rakadushi camp be like, they're coming for us, just like David Koresh, right? We got exactly. So like, sister mother needs to be up there handing out the juice to be like.
I was watching a show and she was on it.
Oh, really?
I know. That the one with the little man in it, the little person. I don't know.
The little.
When we were talking about the little people.
We were talking, in general, we were talking about little people, but there's a
show.
show.
But it was in reference to a show. I can't remember the show. Dogs. Yeah, that's what it's called.
It's called Dogs?
Mad Dogs. Yeah, something like that.
All right. Well, she was in. Did she have the accent though? Did she sound like Cleo?
Yes, because she was in Belize.
Oh, all right. Okay, that could be.
So she had an accent, and I'm looking at her. I'm like, I know this lady. Then I was like,
Sister Mother.
Mm-hmm.
So Huh?
Elder mother.
Elder mother. So, like, to my point, like, the Raku needs to be at high alert right now. Like, if the government just blew up a cabin right next to them, they have to, you know, somewhat believe that they're probably next. And none of this is happening right now, which could be another reason why they're like, we got to get rid of this person, you know, and Barry, who has any kind of associated with the government, because maybe that's why they blew up this house, and maybe they're coming for us. That's a whole storyline they can really get into. And to bring more of the Raku into Oval, since it's probably going to be a while since Ruthless ever comes back at this point. Because it's like Tyler Perry is going to start his next show without bringing Ruthless back. So anyway, I thought that was a missed opportunity. What's going to happen when if Kyle or Donald ever verify for sure that it's going to happen, because Bobby's is going to be in bed with Lily next episode. So hopefully that will let them know that the airstrike did not work. Anyway, what do you think? Say.
Get rid of all his trap phones.
Oh yeah, for some reason, Blakely was like, "Do you got all of them?" Where did he get that phone that he had in the first place? And why did he have a picture of the CIA agent in the first place? To be like, who is this? Well, how'd you get the phone? And how do you know who this person is to even ask the question?
His LinkedIn page.
What I'm assuming what they're trying to say is that Blakely sent them the photo to be like, you need to go talk to this person. And then his response is, well, who is this person? But he looked like he was Googling somebody, you know, somebody's LinkedIn page or some shit, was like, who's this guy? Oh, that's his ex-CIA operative that the Max and I are both familiar with. And why is that? And why would Bobby have a Secret Service clearance when he used to work for the CIA? That's not how that shit works. Like, she was trying to punk him out. Like, what's your Secret Service clearance, girl? I mean, just because you're trying to bone Max, don't give you Secret Service clearance access. In fact, he don't have access because he's a dead Secret Service agent.
We still ain't had no type of
funeral
resolution to Max. Just walking out of a hospital.
Carried out of a hospital by a big black man.
Yeah, well, that too.
Wife not looking for him. Son that he's supposed to love, not crying, asking questions about him. Sam has made no effort to go see Yuma's widow to say he's sorry. She's haven't had a funeral, nor has he gone make any effort to go see Max's family, who's supposedly supposed to be dead. None of that's happened either. Now he's trying to look at unencrypted. Who encrypts 911 calls? Like, what the fuck is that even a thing? And I guess somehow he lost system access. He was like, damn it, the computer locked up again. Like, it's an audio file. Can't you just put that in your MP3 player at home or some shit? I don't even know. Oh, another thing that pissed me off. So when Sam fired Kyle for talking shit to him, which make total sense, that took way, way too long for him to get fired. How many times have you seen these law enforcement show? What does the supervisor say? Give me your gun. Give me your badge. Mm-hmm. Or said person just volunteers both of them to be like, fuck it, I'm going rogue. Sam lets Kyle walk out with his gun, more importantly, and his badge.
And they typically get escorted out, don't they?
With this kind of job, with that kind of clearance, he should have been escorted out. Exactly. Kicking and screaming if necessary, but gun taken, badge taken, and he's thrown out on the street. That's what should have happened. Absolutely. I was like, this don't make any sense, bro. He's not leaving Home Depot or the local pharmacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll escort you out.
If you get crazy about it, they will, I'm pretty sure.
No, they do it. Well, not that I wouldn't know, but June.
You got fired from Home Depot?
I never worked at Home Depot.
So what you trying to take?
I'm just saying it's general procedure when somebody gets fired that they get escorted out, even if it's a low-level job.
Okay, all right. They got that box that they somehow put their entire
box of things, and then they like.
That's what he should have had, right?
That's shame.
The what?
The walk of shame.
The arm sling, the blanket, the single box when you get fired.
The little wilted plant hanging out of it.
Somehow you got to play it. Somehow you got a stapler. Let's just say he got a fucking stapler, whatever. Let's just do it, right? Like, I mean, he's been there long enough that he should have some type of like desk, so he's somebody, right? Like, these are, every writer does these things to signify certain things. And I'm like, the box and the walk of shame is how you know someone lost their job. Come on, Tyler Perry. Of all the stereotypes you put in your shit, just give us that one. And we've been like, oh wow, Kyle's real serious about this shit. Unless he's like, I don't need that box because I'm gonna go tell my lover Donald to give me my job back. He could go that route because I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. Like, you don't want none of this, Sam. This is higher than you. I'm like, I'm your boss, so nothing can be higher than me because you work for me.
Well, your boss is boss.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but like, he should have pulled that trunk. He should have pulled that trunk. Probably, I want to go talk to the chief of staff, right? But I'm like, whatever you think you got going on, Secret Service agent, like, I'm working that shit. Also, how was Donald even stepping to Sam in the first place? Like, Sam, are you the one with the 911 footage? Look here, subordinate. I don't got to answer any of your questions because your bitch ass works for me. Like, not the other way around. So be gone. Oh, Sam forcing Kyle out of the building. I felt like Sam should have said, there's nothing I love more than have a big, strong black man telling me what to do. I think that would have been good. Because Kyle said he likes to be dominated. He's in love with the black man, and he was fucking Bobby. Like, he loves chocolate, just like Hunter. He should say, you know what, Hunter, you and I got a lot in common. We both love chocolate. You like the pie, I like the stick, but either way, it's still chocolate. That's a good one. All right, anyway. Anything else?
Not after that.
Well, on that tasty note, we will say thank you guys very much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. You can like on the video. You can comment on this video. Please comment. We look forward to those. Please share the video. We're trying to grow the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before 2022. That is our goal now, if I've established it. We're going to get there. I believe it. I believe in you. If you join this channel, we will never ask you for money. Well, hold up. Not right now.
David will never.
Now, if you want to date anybody on the channel, put that in the comments. It's whatever. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Got my ring.
Some of us are single, not me, but some of us are single, and I'm saying, oh, whatever. So if you look at, if you think somebody's cute or whatever, put that in the comments. You can write, huh? You can put that, you can write the Iron Panther email address. We can discuss it. There may be a fee to facilitate a discussion, whatever, you know what I'm saying? What?
That's like a crime.
Oh, my bad. Not for facilitation, not for discussion. Action is a crime. For just the talking is fine. That's every dating app does that. Then they would be crimes. It's a dating app, so I'm saying. Anyway, my point is, let's see how this goes. Put it all in there. We'll get back to you. We will see you next week. Next week's gonna be a really great episode. I am looking forward to see what happens with Barry. I'm gonna see what happens with Barry. Bobby trying to give the ass to Lily. Does Lily confront him about the fact that he was paid to have sex with her? Then he should easily turn around and say, "You shot me and played with my hole, so we're even." She was fucking on a baby table. That is trifling. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, you fucking some random person on a baby table, and that's all he had to say was, "I will meet you in the family bathroom on the baby table." You got some trifling tendencies.
I mean, Donna hadn't given her none in years, I think.
Oh, so somehow that's good. That's good enough excuse for her, but not for Sam. Sam couldn't be walking around with the hard dick to be like, "Okay, Victoria, you just take it right now until I'm empty, and then I'm gonna get back to my wife." You better take what? Let's get back to that. Why hasn't Sam ensured that Victoria take that morning after pill? Like, he needs to be like, open your mouth and take this pill and drink this water. All right. Because what I'm not going to do is be a father at whatever age he is. And how does know herself at her age, whatever age she is, can even have kids. Because she's always talking down to people like she's like they're all children compared to her and Hunter. I don't know. Anyway, we'll check out Morning After Pills and whatever else happens next week's episode. Take care of yourself.
Because they don't have condoms nor Morning After Pills.
They don't have condoms. They don't have Morning After Pills, and they don't offer any health care. Do not work for Kareem.
The supposed drug dealer.
That never went anywhere. Absolutely nowhere. His baby mama hasn't come back to be like, where's my child support? Like, there's so many things we could get into. Sharon could get her ass whooped and killed by her. To be like, you won't take care of your own child, but now you gotta take care of this woman and her child with another man. That's pretty classic, though.
I think the baby's not gonna survive.
Yeah, that would be sad. But somehow the baby's old enough to be separated, and the baby's gonna need a blood test. Blood, as you said, blood transfusion. They're gonna be like, oh, and Kareem's gonna be like, I can't. They're gonna be like, well, since you're here, let's just check it out because he thinks maybe it's gonna turn out to be his. And the other one, oh, yeah. All right, guys. See y'all next week.